everybody. Welcome to the show. I am so happy to be here with each and every one of you. It is Tuesday afternoon in Ohio at 4:30 p.m. And I am thrilled to be here with each and every one of you outside of Mercury retrograde. Yes, it has ended. Thank goodness. Retrograde is one of those times where sometimes it bothers me and sometimes it doesn't. And this time it didn't bother me, as in a lot of electrical things going wrong, which sometimes happen. My computer will just shut down on its own, or my phone will restart, all kinds of different things like that. But this time, the energy said, go within, and we need you to look at yourself and what are you doing? And so I had to go inside and just kind of sit with what was happening, sit with all the things that I was experiencing, and choosing to be happy, even though there were some things that were kind of frustrating me and making me sad. And even as I say, making me, the things themselves did not make me sad. I choose to let them be, create sadness in me. And one of the things that we need to be very careful of is we need to be careful of the words that we use. We need to be very mindful. And I wrote a blog post about that today on my blog, marialeggett.com/blog. And on the blog post, it talks about how we need to be so aware of our energy and where we have been and the words that we say, because everything is intention, right? So when you say, you made me feel, what you're saying is, in effect, that the person held a gun to your head and forced you to feel a certain way. And the truth of the matter is that unless that actually happened to you, no one made you feel that way. And so in those cases, start watching what you say. No one made you feel anything. You were triggered in the moment and you chose to react on the trigger in the situation to be angry or sad or happy or whatever it is. And so we need to be very careful and very mindful of our words, mindful of our energy, because when we go places, we leave pieces of our energy in those places. So we need to be very careful and start calling our energy back. And that's what my blog post is all about. So, with that being said, I'd like to welcome Regan to the show. Hi, Regan. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I am very well. Thank you. Did I pronounce it properly?
Yes, that's correct. It's Regan.
Awesome. How may I be of service to you today, Regan?
Oh, just a general. I was just hoping for a general reading today, if possible, please. And thank you.
Oh, absolutely. So, just whatever it is that Spirit wants to talk to you about.
Yeah, absolutely. Whatever guidance is needed.
Okay. All right. So, I'm going to say my prayer and then we're going to hop right into it. Mother, Father, God, thank you very much for this moment in time. Thank you for allowing me to be of service to Regan today. As we open the door to communication with the great I am presence, we know that all words spoken will be with your wisdom, truth, love, and understanding in the highest. In this moment, we ask for the veil to be lifted and any crossed over loved one, ancestor, spirit, guide, spirit, animal, to show Regan any guidance or information that she needs to see today. Hmm. So the very first thing that Spirit's doing to me as I connect in with your energy, they're showing me a beautiful sunny place outside. And first, when I see the sun, that is my symbol for asking for clarity in my life. Where do I need clarity? What do I need to do? And one of the first
Yeah.
things that Spirit says to me is, as I'm looking for that clarity, right? Because the sun is up in the sky. So what they're showing me very clearly is chin up. And so it's reminding me to hold my head high, don't put my head down and hunch my shoulders, being able to stand up forward and move forward in my life, knowing that, yes, I've made mistake. Yes, things have gone wrong. And I'm still an amazing soul doing this job down here on this earth. So it's really important to hold my head high through everything and continue to be the most authentic person I know how to be. Does that make sense?
Yep. Yep.
And then after I give you that message, they're taking me right outside to where I can see bare feet in the grass. And they're talking to me about being able to ground your energy and connect in with Gaia. And they're showing me that this is going to be really helpful for some, I don't know if I want to say agitated so much as just some imbalance in energy in the body. And so being able to go outside and put your feet actually in the grass. And I know that you're on the opposite side of me, so it's probably cold for you where it's warm for me. Um, but
Yeah.
being able to put your feet in the dirt where you can, and being able to send roots down into the ground, right? Focus in that meditative spot and send roots down into the ground and connect in with the earth, connect in with the dirt, connect in with the mycelium and all the roots that are down in there. And ask Gaia, what do I need to know today? What do I need to do with my energy? Because they're showing me, your guides are showing me that it's really important for your energy that you stay grounded, because sometimes you can get
Yes.
stuck up in your head with some thoughts. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
And so being able to ground your energy is going to help you to get where you need to be. And
Yes.
being grounded, right? We can talk about the suit of pentacles in tarot, because tarot is all about that, those physical earthly things. And when we get grounded, we can
Yes.
then begin to focus on, okay, what do I need to pay attention to? What is ahead of me? What is to the right of me? And being able to organize all the things that we need to organize. And Spirit wants
Yes.
me to talk to you about you having a very loyal spirit team who move through this world with you, helping you and supporting you to find all of the abundance that you're looking for. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
They show
Yes.
it to me as though there have been many times in your life where energy, not energy, where people have tried to come in and take some ideas from you or not allow you to be at peace and just try to get all up in your thoughts. And that
Yep.
you are working very hard at pushing them out of your thoughts so that you are just in your head alone. Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%. Yep, it does.
Good. I'm glad.
Thanks
And
so much.
so
Yep.
good. And Spirit is showing it to me as though if you had any questions about, is it time for me to like pause or is it time for me to move forward? And Spirit is showing me very
Yeah.
clearly that it's time for you to move forward with the ideas that you have
Yep.
going on, because you have very clear, here's some independence, here's how I want my life to go, here's what I want to manifest for myself. And Spirit says, yes, we're right there with you. All you have to do is speak it, and we will help you to clear the way and make room for the energy that you're trying to bring into your life. Does that make sense?
It does, because I'm going through a lot of relationship and just feel like I'm being stonewalled
Yeah. And,
with moving forward.
yeah, and you're ready to move forward. You are ready to move forward, being independent, not having to rely on someone else and say, listen, I've got this. I'm good. And if you want to come along, that's fine. Here's how you need to be with me in order to respect and honor my energy. And if you don't want to be with me, then I will find a way to continue being me on my own. Does that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense, absolutely, because I've been in a position where I feel as though I have stated to them, I don't deserve how I'm treated. And I have an
Correct.
expectation of how a person in a relationship should be treated. And shut down regularly.
Yeah, so you are absolutely ready for this, because then as you're talking, I pull a tarot card really quick and I get the 8 of cups. And the 8 of cups, and I don't know if you're familiar with this, but the 8 of cups is all about, here's all these emotions, I'm going to leave them on the table and I'm going to turn around and walk away from them, because I know that that's what's in my highest good. I know that I can walk away from
Yes,
this and still be me and find who I am amongst the chaos and step outside of it and have this great moving future. Does that make sense?
absolutely. I just don't know. I don't. It's a hard one. I just want to. I want to move forward, but I don't want to be without him.
Um, so one of the things that Spirit is showing to me is, and talking about this, they're showing me the Two of Cups, which is fantastic. The Two of Cups is about a relationship coming together and moving as one unit. And that means that both parties have to be willing to sit down and have a conversation, right? Whether it's over a glass of wine or with a therapist, but having a conversation
Yes,
and
yes,
saying, here, here are my feelings, and I need you to hear me. Even if you don't like them, I still need you to say, okay, I hear you. I
yes,
may disagree, but I hear you. Because it's really important
yes,
that you
I
be
understand.
seen in this relationship. Does that make sense?
And that's yes, 100%. And I'm not being heard. I'm telling him every day how I'm feeling, and it's like I'm not being heard. He goes, "Please tell me what I've done wrong," and he's not hearing me. It's so
Yeah.
frustrating. I feel
Yeah.
like I've
The
just,
only way to do
I don't,
that, if you've done that, then being able to find a third party, a mediator or a therapist or a counselor to be able to sit with and say, okay, this is how I put it, but I don't know how to say it where he can hear it. Because, men don't always hear, or our partners don't always hear what we have to say to them because they've got a whole history of past that's associated with it. So they tend to just check out for some of it. But very clearly, Spirit shows
yeah,
it to me that if you're both willing to work, then the relationship can work. Absolutely. Just that both parties have to be willing to put in the effort.
yep, yep.
Well, thank
That
you
makes
so
so
much,
much.
Regan, for being on the show. I truly appreciate you. I am so grateful for your time and your energy. And I want to thank everybody else for being on the show. Thank you for being here. And remember, I have this amazing new blog that's out now, marialeggett.com/blog. And in there, I'm listing tips on how to clear your energy. I am listing tips on how to communicate with spirit. And if you'd like to learn how to talk to spirit yourself, you can join me in my soul group at marialeggett.com/my soul group. Have a nice day.